Diane in Denmark here, rah, rah, rah. We have made it to the end of another week, hooray! It is Friday, let me just put my pom-poms down. As you can see, it's still dark here, but my morning routine is done, woohoo, go me. I've emptied the dishwasher, I've set the table for dinner, I've just kind of moved things slightly so I could film here at the table. My lol for the day is done, my load of laundry, and I'm ready to get on with my day. And I want to talk about two things today. First of all, I'll talk about the daily focus, you know, the thing of the Flylady having a daily focus. And remember, you don't have to do the same day as you know, mentioned on the Flylady website. It's just ideas for you, and you take the idea, you run with it, and you fit it into your schedule. Anyway, we'll talk about the daily focus. And the other thing I want to talk about is our routines. Remember, I made a video the other day talking about routines, rituals, how we're going to achieve those goals that we've set for ourselves this year. I want to talk about routines at the weekend, because I know that's always point of confusion, and I get a lot of questions about it both on YouTube and Instagram. So anyway, first of all, let's start off with the Flylady's daily focus for Friday. Now, I've made videos about how I work the Flylady daily focus into my life, my home, my kids, my husband here in Denmark. And I'll put the link up there as basic weekly plan daily focus. And all it is having a set day to do all the things that we need to do, so that we're not running around the whole time, you know, going this way, should I be going this way, or should we be going that way? It's just so we can kind of calm down, take the weight off our shoulders, because often what we need to do, we've actually already done it, or it doesn't need to be done until a certain day. So anyway, Friday in Flylady land is date night. You know, date night with a significant other, with your husband, with yourself if you're single, you know, or meet up with a friend. I've told you before, my husband and I, we're homebodies and we like to stay home. And if we have a date, it's normally something like lunch or a rock concert, something like that. But I'll show you what I've, because I already started prepping this morning. In our family, Friday, we have a little ritual. We don't eat sweets. In Denmark, generally, kids don't eat sweets during the week, you know, candy. It's a Friday night thing. It's a Friday ritual in Denmark that it's called Fridays slik, which means Friday sweets. And what we do in our family is, I've got a wee basket, I'll just show you, where I put the family's snacks. And if you want to put healthy things in there, that's fine. We have, this is what we generally have, you know, Friday, and we eat it Saturday as well. And we put in the family's favourite snacks, and you can see we've got my ketchup flavoured crisps, woohoo, still got a stock of those. And fläskes there, which are pork scratchings, and orange sticks. So that's, and Matador mix, that's for my DS, my dear son 19, he loves my son. So this is our little basket. So this is, you know, when the family gets in on Friday night, home from school, it's like, oh yeah, it's Friday. It's our little ritual to have our hygge time on Friday night while we watch television together. So that's how we do Friday. And the other thing in Flylady land, hold on, let me just grab it, is clean out your handbag day. If you've got, and I always clean out my swimming bag, you know, I'm skinny dipping in the sea every day or every other day. So at the end of the week, I take the towel that I've been using, that goes in the wash, I put in a fresh one. My handbag, and this is one of my refashioning projects. You know, I painted it, it was black, and I showed you, was it last week when I made a video? I think it was when I did the question and answer video. I think I mentioned, anyway, this is the final product, and I'm really pleased with how that turned out. Look, the blue turned out really well. It's actually given it a little bit of a sheen. Anyway, in Flylady land on a Friday, you're going to go through your handbag, your purse, baby changing bag, you know, diaper bag, sports bag. When the kids come home from school, get them to go through their rucksacks, their backpacks. Are there, you know, half-eaten sandwiches in there, water bottles that need to go into the dishwasher? You know, we're just kind of, you know, putting a big bow on the end of the week, tying it up so that we can kind of put it away, and then Monday we're kind of ready to go again. And in my handbag, I've made videos about this before. I've got bigger handbags. I don't have many handbags, but this is the general size for me because I'm on my bike all the time, and I like ones like this because I can use it for fancy stuff, but I can also use it as crossbody, and this is what I use when I'm out cycling. I've got my wee bag like that, or when I'm in town that I have my hands free. Anyway, you're going to side out your handbag, get any receipts out there, you know, if you've been buying stuff this week, if you're out yesterday on errand day, receipts, snotty hankies, I don't know how many lipsticks have you got in your handbag, just that kind of thing. So let's get that tidied out. If you've got a car, fill it up with petrol when you're out. Tidy up the car. We don't eat in our car, and I only fill up our car with petrol every second week. And if I'm out doing my errands in the car as opposed to doing it on the bike, I'll fill up then. So just, you know, make the system work for you. But the whole idea is that we're just, okay, I'm out in the car driving, it's Friday, I'm going to fill up the car with petrol, I'm going to check you know, the windscreen wiper liquid, you know, have you got plenty of that? Here we're really coming into kind of ice winter time. You want to make sure that that's filled up. Have you got scrapers or a wee shovel in the car in case you need to shovel yourself out of you know, a snowdrift? Just think about things like that. Anyway, that's it for the Flylady Friday daily focus. And remember, it doesn't need to be Friday, it can be any other, you know, day of the week. Just pick a day, write it down and get into your control journal, or onto an app if you're using that. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, hold on, let me just grab a few things, are routines at the weekend. Now, a lot of you, I know, have that thought. I had that thought in the beginning as well, like, oh, you know, I'm really good with my routines Monday to Friday, and then Saturday would come along and I would think, oh, you know, I deserve a rest and I deserve just to kick back. And you know what happens? That's actually not working for you, because what happens is suddenly things are building up, you don't know what's for dinner, the laundry is piling up again, and then Monday you just feel like you need another weekend to recover from the weekend. And it only dawned on me after several years of Flylady that, I mean, I mentioned this before, doing our routines, listen up here, open up your ears, it's less work in the long run. We're not kind of running about mad because we've got our little plan for things, and it takes less time because it's planned out, and we're saving time for ourselves. And at the weekend, and let's talk about timing of things. At the weekend, I do the same routine as I do every other day. And people say, oh, but you want to relax. I've got more time to relax at the weekend because my routine is done. Because I know, oh yeah, that's taken care of, that's taken care of. And it really, you know, frees up my time to use my time at the weekend. Let me give you an example. Generally, Monday to Friday, I get up at 6:15, 6:30. That's my time for getting up. And I'll have my morning routine done by 8. I can generally get it done faster than that if I need to, but I like to just plod through it. You know, I get my coffee, I'm putting on my LOL, my load of laundry, eating breakfast with the family, getting the dishwasher running, setting the table for dinner straight from the dishwasher, you know, when I empty that. Hanging up the washing, flip folding or ironing, and putting away the laundry. I can get it done much speedier than 6:30 to 8 o'clock, but that just suits me, that's my rhythm. At the weekend, I do the same routine. I maybe don't do it in the same order. And often, if you see me posting on Instagram, you'll know that. Often at the weekend I will be lying in bed with my cup of coffee, because I've set up the coffee machine the night before. I lie in bed until maybe 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning, but then when I get up at 9 o'clock, then I'm straight into the shower. I've got my outfit looked out, so I don't need to be thinking, oh, what am I going to wear? And I'm not kind of padding around all day in my jammies, because you know, for me, I don't feel, I feel really like a sloth when I'm walking around in pajamas. If you want to walk around in pajamas, that's fine. But you know what happens? Somebody will ring the doorbell or there'll be an emergency. We've all been there, we've all done that. And I just feel that I can really enjoy my time more when I'm dressed to shoes. And you know, you don't need to be dressed to, you know, makeup and earrings. But that, for me, I just like to be dressed to shoes and makeup, because then, you know, I can suddenly go out or meet up with a friend, and I just feel like I'm ready to do stuff and ready to relax, instead of having that, oh, you know, start doing things and I'm still in my pajamas and still, you know, half awake. So at the weekend, I still do my routine, but instead of starting like at 6:30, I maybe get out of bed at 9. What I'll generally do is I'll drink coffee until 9, then I'll have my shower, breakfast, and I'll put on a load of laundry, and I just go through the same routine. So the timing is different, but it's my routine as usual. And that is more relaxing to me than not having the routine. It really, anyway, also please feel free to chime in the comments if you've learned that the hard way too, that, you know, throwing out your routines at the weekend and thinking, oh, I'm going to have rest. It's not actually peaceful for you, you know, because it's like, oh, what were we supposed to be having for dinner? And then you've got that stress coming in again and the laundry piling up, and you can't actually go out for the day with the kids and get down to the library or go out to the playground, because you're kind of getting in, you know, you're getting a bad start to the day. Anyway, let's talk a wee bit about projects for the weekend. Also, we talked about this the other day when I was talking about routines and goals and rituals. Set yourself up to have a good weekend. If you are working, if you work from home, you know, if you've got home business, if you are retired, if you have health issues, if you've got small kids, if you're at home all day, make sure to take your weekend like all the people who are going out to work Monday to Friday, or, you know, whatever days they work. At the end of the day on a Friday, take a wee notebook and a pencil and write down anything that you have in your head, you know, the getting things done note system that I told you about. Get those out of your head and say to yourself, it's the weekend, I'm going to recharge my batteries, I'm going to do some fun stuff, and I'm going to get to that next week. Don't be doing all those kind of things, you know, Monday through Sunday. Take a break. We keep our routines going, but you don't need to be doing all the stuff like, I don't know, paperwork or whatever it is. Just get it written down and then know that you're going to get back to planning for that, you know, Monday to Friday. Treat being at home as a Monday to Friday job, and pack it away and enjoy your weekend. You know, really enjoy the weekend. And if you do have some projects set up for the weekend, make sure you set yourself up for success. Set the alarm clock. You don't need to be setting your alarm clock for 6:30. Let's face it, you want to have a wee lie-in. But maybe you actually want to set your alarm clock for 8 o'clock. Make sure that you have your outfit ready for the next day. You know, maybe it's your painting overalls because you're going to be painting something outside. We won't be doing that anytime soon because we're now into kind of just about freezing here. But you know, set yourself up. If you know that you're gonna, you know, you've been watching the Marie Kondo KonMari Netflix series and you're all fired up and, you know, you want to go at it in the garage and, you know, clear out the garage. Make sure that you've thought about, well, what are we going to have for lunch? Maybe make yourself a packed lunch, you know, have it in the fridge so that tomorrow you can just take it out instead of thinking, you know, and kind of go without taking breaks. Make sure you use your timer if you're doing any projects at the weekend so that you make sure to take breaks and keep yourself going. I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on at the weekend, and it's to do with the dressing your truth thing. You know, I'm a type 1. That's why I kind of talk like that all the time, and I should kind of sit on my hands so I don't move so much. But anyway, that's me. That's my nature. That's my personality. I showed you I had refashioned, what did I do with my handbag? I just put it down. No, that's me, type 1. Okay, here's my handbag. Now, I told you I've painted this. This was black, now blue. And I also, thanks to one of the ladies in the Dressing Your Truth group, Kim, she mentioned that she had painted her Fitbit bracelet. Now, this one is a plastic one, but it was grey, and I've painted it with the gold paint that I have. Another project that I did the other day was taking one of my Obi belts. You know, I've got these Obi leather belts that I use a lot with dresses. And this one, I've painted it gold, as you can see, because that's going to go really well with a red dress that I have and a white dress for the summer and some other tops. I'll show you the colour it was to begin with, because I haven't done inside, just on the outside. There we are. So I've done that. And what else have I done recently? Oh, I did I refashioned my gloves. I painted those with leather paint from black to blue. Really, it's so easy. And listen, I've made videos about painting. Remember, you've got to prep these things, your items, before you paint them. But yesterday, my paint arrived, and this is chocolate brown paint. And this is going to be my weekend project. My Old Faithful leather trousers, or pants, as they say in the States. We always think that's funny here in Europe to say pants, because pants for us are underpants, you know, unmentionables. Anyway, my leather trousers, this is going to be my task for the weekend, my little project. I'm really excited about this, because I've had these leather pants, these leather trousers for years, and they're really great. I'm not out on a motorbike, but I'm out on my bike, 365 days a year in all weathers here. And these are really warm, and they're great if it's snowing or if it's raining. But you know, the black, it just looks, I'm sorry for all the type 4s out there, but the black, when I look at it and I just think, oh, it's so boring. I know it may be practical, but it's so boring. Anyway, I'm going to do these chocolate brown. So if you're going to be doing leather painting, start with a small project. You know, I did a small belt. That was one of my first projects, and then you saw the sandals that had black sandals, and I painted those red. Fantastic red colour. I've never been able to have red shoes because I've got funny feet and I can only wear certain brands. So start with a small project. And then you can go into things that are a bit more finicky, and you know, make sure to use wee brushes, and you know, make sure you wear a penny and get everything prepped before you start. So anyway, that's going to be my project for the weekend, is doing my leather pants. So on that note, I think I better get going. The other thing is, we've been working Zone 2 this week, the kitchen. I hope you managed to get some work done along with me. I've posted a couple of videos about that this week. And the hyacinths I've now cut and planted. They're flowered. And I thought, I really wanted some freshness. You know, I love tulips and stuff like that. So it's too early for me to take in the snowdrops from the garden. If you followed me on the 31 baby step videos from 2 years ago, where I walked you through the Flylady's 31 baby steps, you know, one day for 30 days where you get into routines, you will have seen back then I have this little ritual where I like to bring in a bit of spring from the garden, and the snowdrops are not quite there yet, but so I've got these wee daffodil bulbs, narcissus, I think, is that the word for it? Yeah, anyway, wee tiny daffodils. And I just like to use, these are ramekin dishes, you know, for making small souffles and whatever. But I think it looks quite nice here in the kitchen, it kind of matches. Remember, you don't need to go out buying more stuff, just use what you've got. So I use these wee ramekin dishes, and at Christmas we had the hyacinths in it, and then I put a wee bit of moss around it from the garden and sprinkle it with glitter. So anyway, now we're just back into the very clear lines and all the white stuff, and I've got these wee hyacinths. So they're now living here in my kitchen, and just to give me a wee bit of, you know, spring is coming, the brighter days are coming. And I don't know if you've noticed, but in the 20 minutes that I've been making this video, it's now getting light here. So that's a sign for me to get on and get things done. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. All I've got to say is live long and prosper. Hope you manage to keep, I'm not going to say hope, that do, or what is it Master Yoda says? Do or not do, you know, there is no trying. Just keep going with those routines at the weekend. They really do support you and they make life easier. And what's not loved to love about that? Anyway, okay, Diane in Denmark, see you very soon, and I'll see you bright and early on Monday morning. Okay, bye for now.